So here I am over at the craft table, getting very excited because I get to use my Bee stamp. I've done it already. I've done a lot of prep for this. So that's the stamp I use. Look, how gorgeous is that? I mean, look at the size of the stamp. Look, against my hand. It is beautiful. The detail in it is incredible. So I'll show you. I'm trying to fit a crown on it at the minute, bless it. But that is it stamped. I stamped it with heat emboss in black and then just went over with a bit of yellow. The wings I've doubled up on. The top set are like it's a pearlescent vellum I had, and it is beautiful. It catches all the colours. I wish I'd kept on to some more. I sold quite a lot when I closed my shop. I wish I'd had on to some more. Gutted because I haven't got a lot left, but oh, it is really beautiful. I've done all the bees with the same wings, so I've cut all mine out and put them together. I've only done 3 different sizes. I know I said do 4 or 5. I'll just show you the different sizes I've done. So put the yellow oval on the back, extra wings on the top, use the same pearlescent ones, and then I shaped them like we shaped the flowers. I shaped the body of the bee. I'll do the wings afterwards. I did shape the wings of the card, but I didn't do the actual vellum. So also I had a bit of trouble with the legs, so the little ones have got nothing on. The medium ones have got half bits missing. I put a message on the video to say maybe do the legs a bit thicker because they weren't quite thick enough, especially when you went down in size. So that's my bees. That's my queen bee. How beautiful she is. What else did we have to do? Oh yeah, I've done honeycomb. I've cut one out in black, and I've done one in acetate, or half of one. It went a bit wrong, but I just thought I could use what was there so that we can do a bit of stenciling of it. Oh, and the sentiment. Now it wouldn't let me do a mat for this, I don't know why, but I've cut it out. So my idea is to put the bees down in the corner, the queen bee there, maybe on the honeycomb. She wouldn't be on the honeycomb, would she? And then just build them all flying away or towards her, maybe. That's an idea. So she's got a little crown as well. That came with the stamp, so I thought I'd use it. And we'll get going. So first of all, what I want to do is just do like a bluish, greyish kind of wash on top of the canvas. This is a very cheap canvas I've got. Home Bargains, if you all know where that is. Just one of those cheap shops. I've got Frosty Sky and Grandma's Teacup. Obviously there's all different paints, but I do go for my I've got no more Grandma's Teacup actually. We'll forget that bit. Or do you think we should just leave it like that? There is a tip. If you do something with paint that you don't like, just paint over it with white gesso and you can start again. It's that simple. I'm gonna I've got my texture paste out as well, just to use a bit of that. I've got a stencil ready. I'm not sure if I'm using it yet. I don't know if it's the right kind of size. I was thinking of using one of the big flowers for the queen to sit in. What do you think? Shall we try it? I'm not sure. Because she wouldn't be doing anything like that, would she? She's the queen. She doesn't do any work. Yeah, I think that would be a mistake. So I'm just shaping it a little bit so that we can, you know, give it a bit of reality. Now I'm going to stick them all on with Pinflag gel because I think that's better for something like a canvas. So I'll be sticking them all on underneath with Pinflag gel. Let's start laying down a bit of honeycomb, I think. Now for this, I'm going to use Liquid Buffet because it's so gloriously shimmery. Look at that, it's gorgeous. What's this one I've picked up? Oh, it is gold. So I thought gold might go nice. Look at that, it's incredible, isn't it? I think I use this. So let's just dab in a bit. There we go. Just dab off there. And all I'm going to do is just set it off a little bit and you should, I should say, stick your stencils down when you're using them. I'm just trying to be quick for your guys' sake. There we go. So should we do another piece maybe here? No, I want to put flowers coming up there. So we'll do it here. Take some more out. So you see how I'm doing it? I'm just stippling, it's called. I'm going to go a bit further with this one. I always like to go off the page so that it starts to look more natural. Let's have a look at that. There we go. A little bit more maybe. Let's move you off a little while. Maybe just a tiny bit. I've got so much stuff here. Just a tiny bit going off, like that. Just to tie it all in. There we go. Yeah. So it's not a lot. I mean, I suppose you can do it as difficult or easy as you want it, can't you? Like, put a lot of detail in or not a lot. I do have a tendency to go over the top sometimes, so I'm trying very hard not to do that. So I thought what we'd do with the stencil, that's where I'd use the texture paste, because I thought we could just do them a few flowers coming up like that. I think it might be a little small, so I'm a bit worried. Let's give it a go. I'm just going to do it in white, and then I'll add whatever I want to add. I'll do it after. A bit of colour. I hope this isn't a mistake. I'm a bit worried. Obviously we're going to have to wait a while for this to dry as well. Don't do that. I just moved it. See, that's why you should stick them down. Tracy thinks she's being clever. Okay. So if I was to... How about going like that? I'll add some more. I think I want to try and add some in there without squashing the ones I've already done. I think I might be able to do it like that. So, obviously we'll have to wait for that to dry and it can take a while, but so far so good, I think. Just doing nice easy decorations. I mean, you can really layer up on a canvas to get different sort of styles and everything. So I want to make this quite simple and basic. Should have got a bowl of water, but as usual I didn't prepare for that. But I don't know if you can see very well the there, I think you can see it quite clearly there. That's all I've done. And then we'll colour it later on when it's a bit dry. So that'll be cool. Now, our honeycomb. I only cut one out in the end because I thought that it came out a lot bigger than I actually imagined it to be. So I'm going to cut it up and put it going off a couple of places. Just because it's the opposite effect to the paint job we done. So what I might do as well is put a bit of gold over that too. Not sure yet though if it's too much gold. We just keep going until we're happy with what we've done. Yeah, I'll just cut in wherever because we can do it going off somewhere. I'll do that one actually. So maybe we can have one going off there and one going off there because I want the sentiment up in that corner, but I do want my queenie down in here. And what if we cut it in 3? So we've got that one like that, and then we do that one sort of going over the other one a little bit. Let's have a look at Queenie. So she'll be down here like that. And then you can either do them all going away from her or coming in towards her. I think I'm going to do going away. I kind of like that idea. Now, a tip I saw on the internet the other day. It's very simple. You know that channel 5 Minute Crafts? They just got a sponge, dampened it, put it in a tub, put a bit of tacky glue on top, and every time they want to stick something awkward down, you just open the lid and it keeps it damp. And you just put that on the sponge and then it's sticky all over. I thought that's a fantastic idea. I forgot to get it ready, but I would do that. I don't know about you guys. So you can think about that. I'm just going to go off and get some glue that I can do this with, and then I'll stick it on. So as you can see, I've stuck the all the honeycomb down. I've stuck our queen bee down as well because I need to know where she's going to be. And I've stuck the sentiment down because I need to know where that is. I've also covered it in napkins, and because what we're going to do next, it's not very clear. We're going to just make some textured bumps and then coat them in paint. And the way we're going to do that is napkins. Just what I've used is, you know, like the green ones that I've used. I've kept the green layer and taken off the bottom layer that we'd normally have to chuck out. And I'm just scrunching it up. The reason I put the sentiment on is because I need to make sure I don't cover it, but we want some bumps at the top. I don't want too much bump here. I put quite a big one over there, so I just want it to be like honey, basically. So you do a screwed up bit first, and I've just got normal PVA glue from the works, watered down a bit. You don't need to use like your decent glues on this. And then you're just going to try and make sure it sticks down. There we go. It might look really bad at first, but don't worry. Once we've done it, you'll see just what happens. So once you've done the bumpy bit, what you need is a very fine bit to coat it over so that it's a smooth bump. We don't need this much, so I will rip it. They're better ripped because they blend in better. I'm just going to rip that bit because it's going on the edge. So I'm just making sure I don't, you haven't got to be perfect with this, you just want it. You'll see you put it over the honeycomb, it's just protecting it. There we go. You're not going to see it once it's dry, apart from the bump. So we're going to do that. And then I want one more down the bottom. I'll turn it round so that you can see it, and I'll work. There, I'm just going to make sure that one's, these two have come up for some reason. Okay. So we're near the queen, so we have to be careful again. But just want round the honeycomb a bit of texture. That is all it is. Actually, I wonder if we can do it. I think it'll look a bit odd just sitting out there like that. actually. There we go. What about if we had it like that? That's a little better, isn't it? Yeah, I think we'll do it like that. So, glue first. You've got your leg stuck there, Queen. There we go. Okay, I think, oh, I need a top layer for that one, don't I? There. Okay, so now we have to wait for that to dry. So it's coming along slowly, but there. We'll just wait for them to dry, and when they're dry, we're going to paint them and then do the finishing off bits. Okay, it's all nice and dry now and hard. So I've mixed a couple of colours together, a bit of orange and a bit of yellow. A bit less yellow than I wanted, but I didn't want it quite gold, so, and all I'm going to do is paint so I'm just painting where you would think the honey would be. Sorry about that. Got it on uneasy somewhere. So it's kind of like a peachy colour, but I put a little bit of gold in it as well to get the gold feel. That's working quite well. That needs a bit more work, it looks too solid. My initial intention actually was to drip the paint down the canvas so it looks like dripping honey, but the paint is such a good thick consistency that it wouldn't do it when I practiced. Because yes, I practice. So now I need to do a bit of this. That's a bit better, isn't it? Do you know, I think that will do. And then all I've got to do is stick the bees on and make that stand out a little bit. I don't want to do gold again because there'd be too much gold on the canvas, or too many hints of gold. So I might have to go over it with black. So, before we carry on, I want to bring colour into the edges, I think. Or do you think we need to? Let's just brush a little bit of colour over the flowers so you can see them a bit better. Not too much, but you know, I'll put a little bit of colour in there so you can just so that there's a little bit of other colour. As you can see, I'm not taking much care. I'm just going over the bit of the paste that is sticking up, that's all. I don't think you need to go too mad. Maybe we need a bit of green there, do you think? So, a little bit of green. I'm going to use this because it's more precise. I don't want we don't want the green going too much in the way. Again, it doesn't have to be exact precision, does it? But, you know, just that'll do. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go around the edges, first with black, and then I'm going to go over with a bit of the liquid gold, just to bring it all into the middle, it does. So I'm using a brush because I find that easier. And all we're going to do is go around slowly and just flick some black on everywhere. You'll see when we put the gold on, you'll see how it comes together. That hasn't fully dried yet, so. I went over the sentiment actually with a Sharpie, and I think it's worked pretty well. So we're just going to go around the whole edging with black ink. It's just distress ink. And it's very subtle, but it's going to bring the edges in, that's all. There we go. Okay, so that's the black. And then I just want to get the liquid buffet and do a similar thing, but very subtly. I might actually use a sponge. That sponge might be better with this. Where's my sponges? That'll do. Oh. Let's use what's on the lid first. So again, all we're going to do is come in like that. Don't want too much. Just makes you focus on the inside, brings it all in together. And there we go. So now it's just sticking all the little bees on. Mine's going to be very busy because I've done a lot of bees, some quite big. So again, it's up to you. You might only want to put a couple on, or you might want to do as many as I'm going to do. So where's my, there we go. I'm just going to use it straight out the tube. Because we need quite big blobs of it. I'll put the big ones on first. There's 4 this size I've done. Don't know if we need 4, but where's all my bees gone? Got flattened everywhere. Oh, I've lost a big one. Oh, there you are. There we go. Then the next size up, and then I guess it's just placing them wherever you want them to be. I mean, there's no rule of thumb really, is there? And then I've done so many little ones, it's ridiculous. So let's just do a few at a time. And like I said, the little ones, I decided against the legs because it was just, it looked ridiculous. They weren't staying. They're hardly staying on the medium. As they're getting towards the top, I want them more spaced out. And don't forget, if you've got any mistakes on here, the bees come in very handy for covering up mistakes. Okay, so that's that one there. There. So that's mine finished. Making my point, in every woman there's a queen. Oh, do you know what I did forget? That was lucky. Where's her crown gone? Look, I've done a little crown for her to wear. You get it in the stamp, so I thought, well, it will make everyone know who the queen is, just in case they're not sure. Because it happens, you know it does. Although she looks different to the rest. Let's see if we do that one. I'm going to tilt it a bit on her head. I really should have done this before I put the glue on, but there you go. Okay. There. There is our queen with her crown. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, I'd love to see what you make of yours. You don't have to go my way. You can do anything you like. And yes, I would love to see it. So, okay, waiting for those pictures.